Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Marked by self-restraint and reticence. Was habitually reserved in speech, withholding her opinion. Set aside for the use of a particular person or party. Tending to reserve or introspection. Withdrawn from society, seeking solitude. Lacking self-confidence. Stood in the doorway diffident and abashed. Showing modest reserve. She was diffident when offering a comment on the professor's lecture. Far apart in relevance or relationship or kinship. A distant cousin. Remote in manner. A distant smile. Separate or apart in time. Distant events. Located far away spatially. Distant lands. Separated in space or coming from or going to a distance. Distant villages. Tending to reserve or introspection. A quiet indrawn man. Remote in manner. He was upstage with strangers. At or toward the rear of the stage. The dancers were directed to move upstage. Move upstage, forcing the other actors to turn away from the audience. Steal the show, draw attention to oneself away from someone else. When the dog entered the stage, he upstaged the actress. The rear part of the stage. Treat snobbishly, put in one's place. Of the back half of a stage. She crossed to the upstage chair, forcing the lead to turn his back to the audience. Remote in manner. Stood apart with aloof dignity. In an aloof manner. The local gentry and professional classes had held aloof, for the school had accepted their sons readily enough. Reserved in advance. Subject to being reserved or booked. All seats bookable in advance. Of facilities such as telephones or lavatories, unavailable for use by anyone else or indicating unavailability. Engaged is a British term for a busy telephone line. Receptionists' telephones are always engaged. Used of toothed parts or gears, interlocked and interacting. The gears are engaged. Having one's attention or mind or energy engaged. Deeply engaged in conversation. Reserved in advance. Built against or attached to a wall. Engaged columns. Having services contracted for. The carpenter engaged, or employed, for the job is sick. Involved in military hostilities. The desperately engaged ships continued the fight. Reserved in advance. In a manner or order or direction the reverse of normal. It's easy to get the I and the E backward in words like seize and siege. Retarded in intellectual development. In or to or toward a past time. Lovers of the past looking fondly backward. At or to or toward the back or rear. Tripped when he stepped backward. Directed or facing toward the back or rear. A backward view. Having made less than normal progress. An economically backward country. Used of temperament or behavior, marked by a retiring nature. A backward lover. Not given to open expression of emotion. Held back or restrained or prevented. In certain conditions, previously inhibited conditioned reactions can reappear. Prudent. Marked by avoidance of extravagance or extremes. Restrained in his response. Cool and formal in manner. Not showy or obtrusive. Under restraint.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.